Time travel. Once upon a time in the small town of Meadowville, there lived a man named Ethan. Ethan led an ordinary life as a librarian, spending his days surrounded by shelves of books, filled with stories of adventures. It was the only library in town, spreading literature and knowledge and education to people of town. One sunny afternoon, while browsing through a dusty old book in the library, Ethan stumbled upon a strange old key hidden within its pages. Intrigued by its unique design, he decided to take the key home with him to examine it further. That night, as Ethan held the key in his hand, a surge of energy coursed through his body. To his astonishment, he found himself transported to a different time. It was as if the key had granted him the power to travel through time. Overwhelmed with excitement and curiosity, Ethan began experimenting with his newfound ability. He would hold the key and concentrate on a specific moment in the past, and in an instant, he would be transported there. Ethan traveled back to witness historical events, such as the first moon landing and the signing of important treaties. With every leap into the past, Ethan discovered that he had the ability to change certain events. He couldn't resist the temptation to alter outcomes, always seeking to improve the lives of those he cared about. Little did he know, his actions were setting in motion a chain of events with far-reaching consequences. One day, while traveling back to his own childhood, Ethan made a small change. He prevented his younger self from falling off his bike and hurting his leg. To Ethan, it seemed like a simple act of preventing pain, but he couldn't have predicted the impact it would have on his future. Returning to the present, Ethan was shocked to find that everything had changed. Meadowville, once a vibrant town, now lay in ruins. Buildings were dilapidated, and the once thriving community seemed deserted. People wandered the streets with a sense of despair and hopelessness. Desperate to understand what had happened, Ethan used his time-traveling abilities to investigate the chain of events that had led to this desolate future. As he delved deeper into the past, he discovered that every seemingly insignificant change he had made had a butterfly effect on the future. By altering a small event like his childhood accident, Ethan had unknowingly changed his own path. He had pursued a different career, which led to the neglect of the library where he worked. Without Ethan's only library in town, the people did not have get their education, knowledge and inability to earn money, leading to a downfall of Meadowville. Filled with regret and guilt, Ethan realized that he needed to find a way to undo the damage he had caused. He couldn't bear to see his beloved town in such shambles. With determination in his heart, Ethan set out on a mission to reverse the ripple effects he had created. He traveled back to the point where he had initially discovered the key, ready to sacrifice his power if it meant restoring Meadowville to its former glory. As he opened the book that had started it all, Ethan was greeted by an unexpected sight. Instead of the key, there was a letter. It was from an older version of Ethan, warning his younger self about the dangers of altering time. The letter explained that time was a delicate thread, easily disrupted, and that the consequences of changing the past could never be predicted. Tears streamed down Ethan's face as he read the letter. It was a bittersweet reminder that, no matter the intentions, tampering with time could lead to unimaginable outcomes. Realizing that he had to live with the consequences of his actions, Ethan decided to leave the letter untouched. He knew that the key and the power it held were not meant to be used by mortal hands.